Hi everyone. Okay, back on Facebook Live. Don't we love the live stuff? This is my second part of a 3-part series to 15 signs that your man is watching porn regularly. Now, the last couple of videos that I've done, including the last part of this series, has attracted some interesting feedback and attention. As always, all my stuff does, and it's battened down the hatches for this one. I knew that me talking to the women about porn addiction was going to be a little bit of a hurdle in terms of the men thinking that I was jumping ship and changing sides. If I defend men, I get slammed by the women. If I defend women, I get slammed by the men. And these videos have actually caused a bit of reaction on LinkedIn as well, which is really, really interesting because normally you don't get an emotional response on LinkedIn. Everyone's all very businesslike. But this was interesting. And as I keep saying, this is not a gender war. Porn addiction does not discriminate. Yes, there are women addicted to porn, but I am a men's health expert and I work in men's health and porn addiction. So I study men. I know all there is to know about men. I see them every single day. I work on them. I understand them. I read about them. I know what I'm doing. I don't work with women. Occasionally women come in to see me, and with couples and stuff, but I don't work with women. This thing is a neural addiction. This is not a gender war. So I have to cover the whole problem. Now, when 50% of the population are men and the other 50 are women, guess what? The women are involved as well. So we have to talk to this as a problem and not as a gender thing. You know I love men. You know I work with them. I support them. So here I am. So stop sending me nasty messages. Don't send me big, long messages where you want to give me your opinion on what you think men do and like. I've been accused of not showing enough empathy, of shaming men, all of this bullshit. It's like good luck. So bracing myself for this one, and now we're going to go through the second part of the series. So welcome, thank you for joining me. I'm not going to yell out who joins the live, and I'm definitely not going to be answering any questions as I go through. But if you'd like to ask me some questions or give me any feedback, just comment below, and I'll get to it later on. Okay, so just quickly, porn addiction is literally anyone that's watching porn regularly because it causes a problem in the brain. So the chemicals and the hormones that are produced when we watch porn is what the brain actually gets addicted to. You are not addicted to the boobs and ass necessarily. It is about the internal addiction that the body has with the brain chemicals. It's exactly the same as a drug addiction. So just keep that in mind when we go through this. I have done surveys and I actually got a result of 97% of men are watching porn regularly. So we're talking about the majority of the population. This isn't a go at the porn addict who's sitting in a basement having a wank 4 times a day, doesn't work, has got depression and has never had a job. We're not talking about that guy. We're talking about the whole entire population of men and women, if you want to have a go at me. Okay, so what we're going to cover today are the top 5 things today, 5 signs that your man is watching porn. And just let me put it out there, because I'm getting called a lot of names. Mrs. Lovejoy, I've been called vanilla, I've been called lots and lots of things. Apparently I'm not adventurous. Apparently you all know what I do in my sex life and my personal life, and that you don't treat me as a professional. But anyway, let's see what comes out of it today. Number 1, if he is disconnecting from you sexually, then there's a high chance that he's watching porn. Porn causes a lack of libido, and also men get addicted to that rush, that adrenaline rush. So they actually prefer to watch porn instead of having sex. That takes a little bit of time for that to start occurring, but it is an actual fact. And I've studied this through relationships where the guys are officially addicted and the women are reporting back that nobody wants to have sex with them. So that's happening. Not being able to orgasm unless it's rough sex or you're facing the other way. I'm going to try not to get into too much detail here because I really don't want any hate mail on this. Men have trouble orgasming when they're addicted to porn. That's a given, right? So when they're having sex, sometimes they have trouble finishing. And that's because they're disconnected from their sexuality, from their chakra system, from their energy, from their, they're all in their head. So often they have to have rough sex. Now, I'm not talking about that you cannot have rough sex. Rough sex for a woman is rough sex different to rough sex from a man. I can guarantee you that. I'm not adventurous, so it's not about that. We're talking about someone who comes along, say it's your first time together, and all of a sudden he is going hardcore. He's pulling your hair, he's got you turned around, and he cannot have an orgasm unless you're turning the other way. That's a very, very big sign there that he's watching porn and he's addicted. Okay, so the third one is more for the single people out there, including myself. So I've had plenty of experience in this department when it comes to men sending dick pics and nudes and asking for nudes. Now, we're all in a day and age where we're all adults and you've got smartphones, and if you want to sext, we're not talking about that, right? We're talking about men that right from the start are very interested in extra photos of you, and then it starts to, oh, you look sexy in that one, how about you sending me another one, what about with your clothes off, here's my dick, right? We're talking about that. These guys are porn addicts, simple as that. Number 4 is an interesting one, and I'm sure the women can relate. Men that change positions a lot during sex are often addicted to porn. And as I mentioned, it's over 90% of the population. So it's whether or not it has affected them in this way as to whether you see this or not. But I have had plenty of situations in the past where I feel like it's a circus act. Where do you want me? What is going on? It's this constant change, constant stimulation, looking to orgasm, looking to get off. They're not even worried about you. They're just throwing your legs around and it's all about them getting off. That's a porn addict, right? And the last one today is similar to number 3, but it's someone who wants to record sex or record you, or record masturbation, whether it's you or them. That's a next step. When people are addicted to porn, they're often looking for the next stimulus, and that then leads to rub and tug massages and sex workers and talking to women online and texting and nude pics and things like that. So someone who wants to record sex, I'm not talking about a consensual, hey, let's record sex kind of thing, initiated by both parties. We're talking about men that, a weekend they want to record you having sex so that they can get off on it later on. There's a porn addict there. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the live. Thanks for joining. Hi, everyone. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. I'm now offering women's treatments around this. I've had so many women contact me and ask me for help and advice, and this is where we're now steering it so that it's a whole holistic problem, and the way that we approach it is holistic. So I offer coaching and women's therapy, and also the couples coaching as well. So if you're interested, shoot me a PM. I'm going to put my link to my free ebook in the comments. You can have a look at that. There's also a 2-week free masturbation challenge where guys can find out where they're at themselves in terms of erectile function and sexuality. So I'll put the link in the video as well. So that's it from me. Finally got on live again. I'll see you next week for the final part of this series. See you later.